Parashat Shoftim. There's no question that perhaps the greatest contribution that the Jewish people has made to the world is our very special judicial system, 3,500 years old. We are known for our system of justice. And as we read just a few weeks ago in Parashat Va'etchanan, Umi Goy Gadol, who is another great nation, Asher lo hukim umishpatim tzadikim, who has laws and statutes which are as righteous as all the laws of our Torah, as the laws which God gave us this day. So our reputation is really based upon mishpatim tzadikim, righteous laws. And we read this morning, this Sabbath morning, Parashat Shoftim, tzedek tzedek tirdof, the subject repeated twice, righteousness, righteousness shall you pursue. Why does the word righteousness appear twice? The major commentaries, beginning with Rashi, Halech achar beit din yafeh. You must go after a religious court that judges beautiful judgments. Judgments which will be accepted by the entire world, which will continue to be a sanctification of God's name. So tzedek, tzedek, look for a beit din, even if it means traveling far, which expresses righteous laws. Alongside of this, tzedek, tzedek tirdof, your ends must be just and your means must be just. That's extremely important, because the ends do not justify the means. And I would say the legal system must be just, tzedek, and the ruling ultimately must be just. And if all of that occurs, we will truly have the kinds of laws which will make all the nations try to emulate us in our judicial process. I say this because there is one area in Jewish law which is found terribly wanting, and that is a woman in search of divorce. In terms of the divorce laws and the right of a woman to even sue for divorce, basically, the divorce, the giving of the divorce, is in the hands, unilaterally almost, of the male. And the female seems to be, in many cases, held captive to a recalcitrant husband who does not want to free her from her bondage of marriage. Now, it's true that that's how the Bible expresses it. Bratan las sefer kritut biyada. He gives the book of divorce into her hand. But that was because thousands of years ago, a woman alone never wanted a divorce. Because a woman alone had no financial option and no social option. But that's not the case now. 5 times in the Talmud, there were instances in which marriages were abrogated because the husband acted in a negative way. There's no excuse for not putting that into play today, when there are so many women who are being unfairly held up by their husbands for divorce, have to give up custody rights, alimony payments, in order to get the divorce from the husband. And recently, there began a religious court, I believe under the initiative of Jofa, and under the leadership of Rav Simcha Kraus, specifically to answer the problem of the aguna. Unfortunately, many other rabbis, Orthodox rabbis, have said not such nice things about the court and its judges. We must come up with a solution. We must find ways to remove this blotch from our escutcheon. As the Maharsha says at the end of the tractate Yevamot, a woman who is forced to live alone or to live in the circumstances of a chained marriage, such a woman will never have peace. And it's incumbent upon the Jewish community to make sure that such women are freed of an impossible marital situation. May it be God's will that Hashem oz la'amo yitain, God give boldness to the judges in every generation, and that God bless His children, men and women, with true peace. Shabbat Shalom.